So you got in the corner. All right, what's up, everybody? I'm Connor Grohl here for Top Level Sports, and it's a very special edition, a New Year's Eve edition of Direct Snap today. We're going to be talking all the wild card matchups here, and I got a very special
Big weekend coming up. Big weekend,
Yep, very
Connor.
special guest here with me today on the show. We got our playoff guru, Paul.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to giving you 4 winners for this upcoming wild card weekend.
Oh, yeah, it was...
And I'm excited for it next weekend.
It was a heck of a Sunday in the NFL. We saw the Eagles steal a spot from the Vikings. Ravens held on from their spot.
Eagles are a hot team.
Just about every other coach that didn't make it got fired.
Yeah, everybody needs a new coach.
Everybody get fired. Got 8 openings at least. There might even be a couple more since I checked. Who knows?
It could be.
But
well, let's go through these games one by one.
Yeah, we got 4 wild card games this week, so we'll do them one by one.
So the first game on Saturday is what, Connor? What's the first game?
We got the Colts, the 6th seed, going into Houston, taking on the 3 seed Texans. Texans favored by 2.
What you like there, bud?
This one's good because this is an AFC South rivalry.
Yeah.
They've already played each other twice. Early on in the season, the Texans went into Indy and they won. And then 2 weeks ago, Colts went into Houston and won. So this one's going to be very close. Texans, I like them. Stronger defense, but Andrew Luck, coming back from all the injuries, has had an MVP-like season if it weren't for some of the other performances. So this one's going to be very close. I tell you what, I'm going to take the Texans by a field goal.
Okay. You're wrong. The game will not be close. You have the right team winning this game. Houston will win the game. This is not a homer pick, but the game will not be close. Indianapolis did have a good season this year.
Yes, they did.
They're back. But this is playoff time. Indianapolis is a year away, and Houston will win this game by at least double digits.
At least double digits,
Double digits. That's the first game.
Big game?
Yep.
Another big game happened on Saturday, the Saturday night game.
Yes, always a fun game, Saturday night.
Switching to the NFC. This is another game where the two teams have played each other before. But this one is the Cowboys hosting the Seahawks. They both had 10 wins this season. Played early on, and the Seahawks won that game. What do you think? You think they can do it again?
I'd like to know what your thoughts on this game are
My
first.
thoughts?
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. I'm going to go... I don't know if this is not really a major upset because it's just a 4 or 5, but this will be my first upset of the wild card. I'm going to take the Seahawks.
Yep.
I think they had a real slow start to the season, but they've really come on strong in the second half. I love their running game. Chris Carson, he was carrying my fantasy team for a while.
It's a good running back right there.
And, Russell Wilson's one of those hot and cold quarterbacks, but right now he's really hot, and then he goes unstoppable.
You're wrong again on this one.
Okay.
You are.
Yep, wrong again.
But here's what I'm going to tell you.
All right.
You're wrong on who's going to win this game. Everything says Seattle.
Yeah.
That's why the Dallas sneaks this game out.
And
this pains me to say this as a Giant fan.
I know, we're Giants
fans.
But
I'm going to give it to you on Connor's program here because he keeps it real here at Top Level Sports. Everything is saying Seattle's going to win this game. That is why Dallas wins this game. It's going to be an ugly game. It's going to be low scoring, a lot of running like you said. But this is like a 17-13, 14-13 type of game. That's how I see it.
Could be. Cowboys especially played a lot of low-scoring, close games this season. I don't know. I don't know if this is me still mad at them, or should I be thankful that they beat us so we get a better draft pick this season.
I'm happy for that.
Giants drafting at number 6. It's going to be a close one. They beat us without Ezekiel Elliott too.
They did.
That's tough.
I know.
That's tough.
In his warm-up outfits over there. Let's go to Sunday's games. What
All
do we got on the board for
Sunday.
Sunday?
Sunday on the board, switching back to the AFC once again. This is probably, I think, the game of the week for the wild card weekend. We have the Chargers, 12-4, second best record in the AFC this season.
Yes.
Actually tied for the best with the Chiefs, but since they're in the same division, the Chargers go on the road and they take on the Ravens, who have been really hot at the end. Lamar Jackson, the new quarterback, won, I think, 5 out of 6 games. And the Ravens here favored by 2. But I tell you what, the Ravens will not be winning this game. The Ravens had a big performance against the Chargers. That's actually a big part of the reason why they're in the playoffs. They beat the Chargers 22-10 a couple weeks ago. And we've never seen anybody shut down the Chargers offense like that. And I think, when you have a young quarterback, a running quarterback, there's, very inconsistent sometimes. I love Phillip Rivers. I love the dude. I think he's got I want him to make a deep run in the playoffs. I want him to make a deep run before he's done.
Yes.
And I think, they got beat once. They got beat bad once. And I think, They're going to learn from that. They're going to come out stronger. And I'm going to give this one Chargers 27-20.
Connor, you're wrong again.
Wrong 3 times.
Sorry.
Every single time I'm wrong today.
A team traveling from the West Coast, going all the way to the East Coast, making that trip.
That is true.
Not happening.
They got a week to do it.
Lamar Jackson will continue his Cinderella run. They're not going deep in the playoffs, but they will take care of the overrated, yes, I say, the overrated Chargers, who are perennial losers, who are perennial underachievers, and they will let you down once again. So they've been doing this forever.
They do. They let us down every time. Phillip Rivers is a winner in a loser organization. They're here. They're playing in what? They're playing in a 30,000 seat. They're playing like a soccer stadium right now.
Correct. They're not winning this game. You think they are?
I think they're winning. I think they'll have more Chargers fans in Baltimore than they will in Los Angeles.
Kind of part of this video is not to discuss attendance at the games, but who's going to win. That's what your people want to hear. So we don't care about that. Let's go to the final game of the weekend.
All right, final game of the week.
Great game.
This is going to be the Eagles. Eagles last week on Sunday, they stole the last wild card spot, beat up the Redskins because the Redskins got nothing anymore.
Playing for nothing.
On their third or fourth quarterback.
Yes.
And I should show you some pictures from that game. In the stands, it was like 80% Eagles fans in Washington.
That's pretty awesome.
It was unbelievable how horrible the Redskins organization, the team, everything. But then the Vikings, actually, the Eagles have the Bears to thank for being in the playoffs.
True.
Because it's just because the Chicago, really with not too much to play for, ended up beating the Vikings, knocks the Vikings out, brings in, the Eagles.
Yep.
Eagles, I'm not sure. I think Nick Foles should be good to go, but he did miss some of the fourth quarter of their last game. I don't think it really matters whether Nick Foles is good to go or not.
That's a bold statement. Who's winning this game?
This is going to be an easy one for Chicago. Easy one for the home team.
Really?
Chicago, I think, is the best defense in the league. I know everybody's Saint Nick Foles gets into the playoffs once again. Got him the Super Bowl last time. I think the luck's about to run out. Chicago's defense is just too powerful. And I think this is going to be an easy, biggest margin of the week. Chicago at home takes it.
Connor, let me just correct you one last time.
Oh, am I wrong?
Let's keep you this one. What you didn't mention is that this will be Mitchell Trubisky's first show.
This is true.
Under the lights.
First big playoff game.
Big playoff game. He's never been there before. I hate Philly. I hate everything about it besides the cheesesteaks and the Rocky movies. Having said that, they will go to Chicago, a white-hot Philadelphia team, and they're going to pull off the biggest upset of the weekend. And Nick Foles, dare I say it, with Carson Wentz on the bench, will show Mitchell Trubisky who his daddy is, and will pull off the upset and continue this miraculous run that he's had now in his second playoff. Going in a row.
So what's the deal with you taking the Cowboys and the Eagles?
I'm a Giant fan.
I thought you were on our side.
I'm a Giant fan. I call like I see it. Neither of these teams are doing any damage in the playoffs.
I agree.
But I just want to let you know there's a couple upsets happening this weekend. But let's recap them real quick.
Yeah, for sure. First game, Texans and the Colts.
We both agree on the Texans. Texans big, I have.
Differ a little bit in the margin. I
you
think
have
it's
the
going to
Texans,
be a closer
real
game.
Close, yes.
Closer game. Second one here, and from here on out, we're different every time.
We are way off.
All right, so Seahawks at Dallas. I'm taking Russell Wilson and the Seahawks, and you don't think so.
You're drinking the Kool-Aid.
I am. I'm drinking the Kool-Aid.
Everyone says Seattle, and that's why we go Dallas.
All right, sure. Moving on to Sunday, where I think you have two wrong predictions here. First one, the Chargers will make up for their game in Week 16, and they will beat the Ravens the second time around.
They will not be traveling cross-country to win this game. Lamar Jackson and the nasty, underrated fans in Baltimore are going to win that game for them.
And then, lastly, Eagles and the Bears.
Right.
I think the defense for the Bears has always been what they're known for.
Right.
They're finally coming back, and this is the start of a big run for Chicago.
Listen, I don't have the stats in front of me. I'm no Encyclopedia Britannica like you are. But the Chicago Bears of the last couple of weeks have not been the Chicago Bears of that middle towards the end of the season when they were hot and they were slaying teams. I'm not a believer in the Bears. I think we've seen the best of them already. And I think Mr. Trubisky's going to come into reality saying, you know what, I got a lot of growing up to do before I can hang with the big boys.
I think Chicago's best is yet to come.
Just because I have a lot of commitments with other sports organizations and interviews the next couple of weeks, I may not be here to do the rest of the playoffs with you. But why don't you just give me, after I go 4-0 and you go 1-3 on your picks this week, give me the AFC and NFC teams real quick. Let's wrap it up that way.
So I understand you're a very busy man.
Yeah,
so
I am very.
We'll try to make this quick.
Yes.
Talking about the NFC, I'll jump to the NFC because I was just talking about the Chicago Bears.
Let's do it.
Let's look at what happens if the Bears win, and they will win against the Eagles.
That's fine. Let's go with it.
Bears beat the Eagles. They take on the Rams. The Bears played the Rams better than anybody's played the Rams this whole season.
Right.
Rams offense did nothing. Goff threw 4 picks. They only scored like 7 points. Bears, no, they have their number. I think this is a big defense-offense matchup. Chicago beats the Rams, and I think they ride that hot streak. Chicago beats the Saints, and we see the Bears in the Super Bowl. That's going to be my NFC. On the AFC, I think it's a little simpler. I think we're going to have a big matchup between the Chiefs and the Chargers. I think the 1 and the 5 seed, same division, playing each other for the 3rd time. Whoever wins that matchup is going to go to the Super Bowl because I don't think the Pats have it this year. I don't think the Texans are ready for that big push. I think it's going to be either the Chargers or the Chiefs, and I'm going to lean towards that 1 seed, Pat Mahomes and Kansas City Chiefs.
Interesting. Both of those are incorrect. We seem to be following a pattern here.
I can't get anything today.
Neither of those teams will be reaching the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Shocking.
So tell me what it's going to be.
In the NFC, this one is pretty easy in the NFC.
Oh yeah.
It's a little vanilla. Nothing sexy about this pick, but Drew Brees and the Saints get back this year.
You think?
I do think they get back this year. I think there's weapons all over the place on offense. I think their defense is a good defense. They're not amazing, but I just think. I've been to that stadium. That place is loud. Went to the Giant game there.
Sure.
It's a tough place to win on the road. So I'm just going New Orleans as the number 1 seed at home. They're going to take care of things in the NFC.
No chance New Orleans loses to either Seattle or Dallas. But I think the Bears, this great defense is going to get the Bears back to where they were. Talking about classic Bears mid-'80s.
I disagree. But let me just real quick go into that AFC and tell you. I know now you're saying Chiefs, right? Is that what you said?
Yeah, I'm saying Kansas City.
I'm going to give you something that's a little outside the box. I'm going to go with your hometown right now. Not a lot of people are talking about them.
Okay.
I'm going Houston.
I'm excited about this.
And I'm not a Houston fan. I like their defense. I think they got some underrated weapons on offense. And I'm just gonna roll them a little mojo, a couple of upsets here and there. I'm not a believer in the Chiefs. Yes, they score 1,000 points, but they also let up 1,000 points. And I think in the playoffs,
this is true.
You don't win that way. So Houston has a much better defense than the Chiefs. I'll roll with them over them if they happen to play them. And I'm not a believer in the Patriots. I think their run is over. I'm done with the Brady
I agree
era.
with you. I think whoever wins this Houston-Indianapolis matchup, I think they're gonna go into New England, beat Tom Brady.
I like it.
Set up a matchup.
I like it.
I like Chiefs taking on the Texans in the AFC Championship game. I think we have 2 quarterbacks. This is the future of the league, and these young quarterbacks, Deshaun Watson, Pat Mahomes. These are 2 guys that can scramble around, for a whole quarter, waiting for somebody to get open and make the miracle play. I think it's going to be a great game. I think, talk about talent on offense. Texans definitely have it on defense, but talent on offense and coaching with Andy Reid. I like the Chiefs to win that matchup.
Awesome. We'll just leave it with Andy Reid. Andy Reid, kind of like the Los Angeles Chargers, is the perennial loser who never does anything for his team. So
he's got to get one.
Keep that in mind for the Chiefs. That's why they get eliminated early. You heard that first.
This is the best team the Chiefs have ever had.
Playoff guru Paul needs to leave now. But what I will tell you, if I don't see you in a couple of weeks, I'm going to give you a real quick insight on the 2020 season.
Okay.
Giants go 15-1, lose 1 game in overtime, and they ride this thing all the way to Eli's not 1, not 2, his 3rd Super Bowl championship.
This is what I'm talking about.
So 2020 is the Giants year, and this year we got a Saints-Texans matchup.
Right. Saints-Texans, Chiefs-Bears, whatever you want to say. Giants' schedule came out for 2019. This is going to be the year.
That's it.
We got a lot of easy ones this year. Taking on Giants only win Super Bowls in years they play the Patriots in the regular season.
I love it.
We got him again.
I love it.
We got him again.
I love it. Well, after I go 4-0 this week, I'm sure a lot of your audience members are going to want to get in touch with me again. Again, busy schedule. Not sure if I can help you out during the playoffs.
Okay.
You can understand that. But again, thanks for giving me a few minutes today to introduce myself to your growing audience.
And maybe we'll catch you later at some point on the show.
It'll be tough.
So that is it for me, Connor, and predictions guru Paul. We have given you our wild card picks and our Super Bowl picks, and more for me later on in the playoffs. More for Paul maybe at some point in the future. But
Just how much time I have.
Thanks for tuning into the show, and we will see you next time.
Happy New Year,
guys.
everybody.
Happy New Year's.